Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly indices forecast. So as you can probably see, this is Renko chart. This is classic Vox combined with the Heiken Ashi indicator, and we start from DAX. I do exactly the same like I do on the classic chart, so I start from the higher, in this case, settings, and I go to lower settings. And as you can see, we start from 1920 box size. It means that this is equal to weekly chart. So if I start to go lower, we'll go slowly from weekly to daily to 4-hour chart, and if possible to 1-hour chart. Okay, so what we have on DAX right now, we have this strong up move. So price didn't change direction to continue to go down. As we know, this resistance here is very, very powerful because this is our last top. So if we get really breakout of this high, price will start to create new historical higher highs. So we will see what will happen here. Now, let me just, sorry, not this button. Now, price is pointing up, so we can have this move to the previous stops, and then we will see if price breaks this or price decide to react. Another situation might be that price, after reaching this, after a reaction, will create maybe lower high or double top, yes, and then we will get this possible down move. So we will see. We are close, of course, to end of the year, but right now price is going up. So what we can do, if we go to lower settings, this will be daily chart 960 per box. Of course, why we have such big numbers, because indices are in points, calculated in points, not in pips. So you also have to keep in mind that settings for the Renko charts and for indices will be always different. Okay, so keep in mind the easiest way to find a good setting is to just compare with the classic chart. So for example, if you are not sure, here you can go to classic charts, and if I go to daily chart, you will see that here price is going down. Now we have this very strong up move. If I switch to Renko charts, it will be exactly same. Yes, of course, sometimes it will be not exactly one-to-one, but general price action you want to spot. Okay, so what we have now, pushing up, like I said, this is the resistance. Do we have anything in between? This was broken. Now we are close to this one. Okay, now we are close to this one. So of course, retracements are necessary to look for some long scenarios. But because right now it's still pushing, we can look for lower setting retracement, and then we try to jump in. As you can see, this was a very, very strong up move. No retracements on the higher settings. If we go to lower settings, as long as it's pushing up, we wait for the retracements. Okay, we wait for the retracements. We look for buys. So we have to even go to lower settings, like M12. So you see that retracement, we look for buys, and the same retracement, we look for buys. And you can do on each settings like that. So this is option number one. Option number two is that because this move was very, very strong, we can expect, of course, some retracements. But when we can look for retracements, we can go to 240 or even 12, because we see that this move was very, very strong. So we can really get even here retracement back to the 36 and then maybe lower. So I would wait at least I would wait for M12, a trend line breakout with the 36 EMA breakout. So I would wait for situation that price is breaking this, and after breaking of this trend line, showing us possible weakness, and then we can look for short scenarios. Until then, I would really focus only to buy, because no, this move is very, very strong, and indices, if they start to move up, they can really, go. As you can see here, we have this first breakout of the 36, we have lower high, and then we have the smaller retracement. But this retracement here on the M12 was a retracement to the 2436 EMA. Okay, so exactly in this way we would like to trade this. Okay, Of course, there are some other opportunities, like, to be even more aggressive and, for example, trade here. But it's mainly for scalpers and day traders. So if you want to really do this, what we have to do now, price is in the range. If you see that price is going down, yes, and is making setups for you, you can look for short scenarios and target this trend line, which is also 36 on the M12. But this is day trading, scalping. Yes, this move. Okay, so this is what we have on DAX. So now let's go to NASDAQ. NASDAQ also climbing up. So there is still a room to go higher. Yes, this is our last stop, so there is still place. Right now, price reached this previous stops, and I don't know if you remember, but we said about that our price will, after break, continue to go down for bigger retracement, or after breakout of this line here, we can have move. This was our last analysis after trend line breakout, or we get bounces or breakout. And if breakout, this is our target, and this is exactly what price did right now. So now, because we reach very strong top, question is to see the retracement. Ideally, it will be nice to see some retracements, or price will just range a little bit, hesitation, and maybe continue to the next level. But we are on the strong area to see some reactions, especially that also here we see that price just moved up quite strongly. This was our trend line here, and after trend line breakout we had setups here. Let me just go to lower settings on the M12. I think it will be right now difficult to show you because trend line might be, but we had here setups, we had here setups, so you see the price was going up, so we could look for those retracement and mix with the lower settings. Yes, so we had these opportunities here, was very strong, but then price retraced again, long scenarios, retracement again, long scenarios. So this was what we could try to catch. So now 960, which is like a daily chart, again very strong up move, we are sitting here. So retracements are possible to see the reaction, or like I said, range and breakout. So what we have right now on 480, we had this small retracement. This is our last stop. So now if price continue to drop, where is our next goal? 36 CMA together with possible area of support here. Okay. Let me just maybe go to 960 to check. Yes, so you see that this is also 960 level. So those are our two levels of possible retracement, bounces, and continuation. If price breaks this level with the 36 CMA, then we can have move back to this area of support, and then even maybe to this. But of course, right now it's too early to say. So we go to 240. Right now price is sitting here. So in this case, if we have right now we have this range here. Okay, we have this range. So if we have breakout of those bottoms, then short scenarios are welcome here. So it's a little bit different than DAX, because we have simply, we are already on the higher setting on our profit zone, which is 36 EMA. So short scenarios definitely, long scenarios still, but we have we don't have much space. Okay, so what we can do, we see right now that we have this range, so we have to simply wait for what? For range breakout here. Okay, we wait for this. Long scenarios here, short scenarios here. But again, keep in mind that indices love to spike. Okay, so really I would wait for this, at least this bottom breakout, because if you draw the line here, for example, this, and you will get set up here. Sometimes price like to just spike and then make this. So you have to be really in the clear situation that price like to go down. Okay, so this is what we have here. US 30. Here also strong move. Next stop is our resistance. If I zoom out, we have still the highest point here, so there is still space to go. What we basically have, this is like on NASDAQ and DAX, we have for me, clean direction here. It's pointing up. It's making like higher highs, higher lows, but it's not so nice move like on NASDAQ and DAX. So it's a little bit more chaotic because we have ranges in between. There was EMA crossover and the price action was not so perfect around the zone. Now it's pushing up. So of course, what we would like to do here, wait for the retracement and look for buys. Okay, so we wait for the retracements, we look for buys. 960, exactly the same. We wait for the retracement, we look to buy. Here right now we see hesitation. Why? Because we are around the resistance. So this is the level where we can expect some retracement. And again, or we have deeper retracement. And of course we look for buys, or a price will just make smaller retracement, don't hesitate a little bit, and then starts to break and push up again. So if you go to 480, right now price is making double top. This is our trend line. So if you want to trade in the retracement, ideally 36 EMA breakout with this trend line. Okay, so if we get this will be very nice opportunity. Try to look for short scenarios. Okay, now let's go to 240. And 240, we see that we do not have clean direction right now. We have this try to make this retracement. Price haven't done this. Went up again. Now really it's if you go to M12, even here we don't have much opportunity. So I would wait really, especially on US 30, because US 30 is like I would say the most volatile here. And if we start to go to lower settings a lot, then like if you go to M3, this will be very, very low time frame. I think even less than 1 minute. So we can have a lot of noise. So we really need to be sure on US 30 where we are. So I would really wait for price to reach this zone and then try to look for buys to target previous stop. And after breakouts, look for possible retracement to the previous area of the support. Nikkei, what we have here, reached this resistance level. The highest point is still here, so we still have room to go. Again, we have stop here, so our price make bigger retracements or smaller retracements and continuations, or range and then breakout, and we will see in which direction price will go. Right now we see that price is sitting here, and we had already, you see, a retest reaction. Now price is going up, so it seems to create like double top. So again, if this double top holds, we can expect possible retracements where to the 36 EMA, to this area of support. Okay, so this is our next possible goal. If we go to 480, now if we look for this, we have this trend line here. We have also area of support here. So we see that price is struggling right now around this zone. So if you go to 240, yes, right now we don't have much direction here. We had this retest reaction. So let's go to M12, and as you can see right now, we have this. Yes, so it seems its price is making here long 1 to 3. It make, but of course this was not good time to trade Friday afternoon to take this trade. It's not good. Now the price is pointing down. So if this 12 holds, if we have like false breakout, for example, and then price will break this, you can look for buy scenarios to target the resistance, which is up here. Okay, so this is, but this is aggressive because I personally don't like to trade in this zone. Okay, I would patiently wait to wait for breakout of this or breakout of this, look for shorts, target that, and after breakout, look for sells. But for the day trading scalping, this is still possible. Why? Because price bounced on the trend line, there was reaction. So after retracements, we can expect continuation where to this zone. So this is what we can do. If you don't like, wait for breakouts. Of course, don't look for any short scenarios here. This is even not enough room and not enough space. So wait patiently for that, or like you said, on the lower settings. And last one is Aussie 200. So what we have still, same story more or less. We are in the range if we pay attention to this, to those bottoms, to those tops. We also have this trend line, but right now this, of course, we will see if price reacts here or continue to go up. But now let's go to lower settings because it's too far away, this line. So what is happening right now? We see that price is breaking this line, but again there is resistance zone also, and we are around the, and we are also in the range from the higher perspective, higher setting perspective. This is our resistance. We are here. So what we can do, we see that we have this trend line, so we have more details. So we see this trend line was broken. So let's do this in this way. So we are around the resistance. Right now there is a reaction, so we have to go to lower settings. And what we have, so aggressively, sorry, with the low risk, we can look for buys. Yes, now we are having set up right now. This would be our entry. This would be our stop loss. Okay, we are around the resistance. However, the trend line was broken, so we can also and this is a range of the. This is the support from the range from weekly and daily chart. So we know that price can continue to go up. Okay, but because we are around the resistance, this will be very not very, but it will be aggressive entry. Okay, so or you decide to wait for confirmation. Confirmation will be new higher high, higher low, then you will be above the resistance, then you can look for buy scenarios. Or you take this with low risk on the M12, or you can also say, okay, I wait for confirmation. Let's say I go to M6 because you can go also to M3. And whenever price will create higher high, higher low with the 1 to 3 setup here, like here, for example. Yes, we had this. Okay, then you can jump in here and then, for example, manage position around this previous stop. Okay, so those are the opportunities. And the next thing is if we won't get breakout, what we can do, then we draw this line, and this line is coming from the 12. Okay, so we need to wait if we want to sell. There is another way. If we get retracement to the 36, we can still buy. Okay, can still buy and target previous stop. Then we'll get new line if possible, and then after this trend line breakout, we can look for short scenarios to target this support zone. If this won't happen, that price after retracing to the 36 won't bounce and we cannot draw the line, then what you can do, you can look for short scenarios after breakout of the 36 EMA. You can look for short scenarios and target this support zone. Okay, so a little bit tricky situation on the Aussie index, but there is momentum, looks quite nice on the lower settings. So let's see what will happen. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or just leave the comment. I will be happy to answer. Wish you a great Sunday and see you soon. Bye.